Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the Algebra 1 concept of factoring trinomials. This is standard A.10E in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 41 of the 2017 released STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a trinomial. Right? Tri is a prefix meaning 3. So we have 3 terms in this expression, and we need to find a factor. So we will find both factors, and only one of them will show up here. So this is in the form that we needed, ax squared plus bx plus c. If we have that, what we could do is we could capture the values of each of these coefficients, right? And this leading coefficient, right, this a, that's going to be my 18. So a equals 18. Then I've got this 15 right here as my b, but we do need to keep in mind that it is minus 15x. So we're going to capture that as negative 15. And then c, just positive 2. So let's just call it 2. Now the reason we're going to do this is because I'm going to solve this using the diamond method. This is not the only way to solve factoring trinomials, but as long as you remember all the parts, it works every single time. So that makes it a very efficient algorithm. So let's start with the top part. What do? We do a times c. So we're going to take our a term, 18, multiply it by our c term, 2, and it's just going to be 36, positive 36. And the sign is going to be very important, whether any of these terms are positive or negative. Okay, and then our b term goes down below. We just write the b term, so it's negative 15. Now for the left and right, what we're going to write is we're going to write ax over the factor. I'm just going to write that as f. Ax over the factor f. So my a term is 18, so I'm going to write 18x over, and then I'm looking for the factor, 18x over whatever that factor is going to be. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for factors, right, that are going to multiply to 36 and add to negative 15. So let's write out our factors of 36. The fact that it's going to end up being a negative 15 means that both of my factors are going to have to be negative, because when I multiply two negatives that make a positive, we have to keep that in mind. All right, so I've got 1 and 36. That's not going to work. I've got 2 and 18. Remember, they're both going to have to be negative. That's not going to work. That's going to be a negative 20. 3 and 12. Now that could work. Watch that. Negative 3 plus negative 12. That'd give me negative 15. Let's make sure nothing else works. 4 and 9. Nope, that gives me 13. I've got 6 and 6. That gives me 12. Okay. So here we go. Negative 3 times negative 12 is going to make positive 36. That's what I want. Negative 3 plus negative 12, or negative 3 minus 12, gives me negative 15. All right, so we're good. So I'm going to write negative 3 as my factor, replace that. And then negative 12, replace that. And the reason I wrote them as fractions is we're going to try to simplify them if possible, right? So we can divide both of these by 3, right? And that's going to get me 6x, and it's going to leave a negative 1 right there. I can divide both of these by 6, right? And that's going to get me a 3x. That's going to give me a negative 2. Those are my factors. 6x, and then write your negative 1 as your denominator as the second part of the binomial. And then 3x, and write that negative 2 as the second part of your binomial, right? And if you want, right, we can FOIL this out. 18x minus 12x minus 3x plus 2, and that's going to be a minus 15x, right? That's what we started with, so that's what we need. And I see the 3x minus 2. My answer is A.